there, Tenno. I'm Shadow Scythe, and it's time for another episode of In the Know. Now, Devsream 92 just went off, and with a little bit of their housekeeping, I will simplify it for you guys. There are exactly 57 days left until TennoCon. And one thing that was quickly and briefly mentioned is the fact that the Mag Deluxe skin that we've been seeing bits and pieces of, it's still in development. They don't have anything actually confirmed for it as of yet, so we don't know exactly when it'll be released. I do have a couple of assets that, well, 2 assets, no, 3, my bad, definitely 3. 3 or 4, no, I don't even remember, wow. But one of the things that they showed on the dev stream is a new Grineer enemy type that they specialize in chemical attacks. And the one that actually doesn't have a generic name is called Nox. The chemicals and everything that he uses are actually filtered through his... They're actually filtered through his suit. They are actually filtered through his suit, so when you see the asset, that's why he looks even more like Swiss cheese than some of the other Grineer. It's because the chemical deterioration has kind of just utterly destroyed his face. And then we also have his weapon, which is like a chemical launcher. Now the thing with Nox himself is that Nox is going to be one of the first NPC variants to actually use gas damage.
Stay alert.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
You may have to deal with both at the same time. They've brought in reinforcements. A Bertha.
Apparently, we don't know how to disable alarms, period.
We're free to proceed.
So, you do that really quick.
Alarms reset.
One thing that was asked that they kind of gave a little bit of feedback on was possible appearance configurations for like the operator suit, so you can have like A, B, and C setups, so that your operator isn't wearing the same clothes the whole time, which I fully support that if they decide to do it. Why do the alarms keep just fucking getting... Oi, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculously bad. But yeah, there's that. It has been the mission building segment for the Kingdom system has been confirmed. Woohoo! Yay, Razorback.
There is the assassination target. You know what to do.
I'm gonna let somebody else do the hacks. TennoGen Round 8 should drop next week by all accords. We actually saw some of the, or one of the capes on the dev stream itself. Come on, drop him. I don't have that much range. I'm slowly but steadily running out of energy. Ooh, yay, fun. Progress has been made on the dual wielding system. I don't really have anything to show just because it was a little hard to try to get anything to show for that. Apparently I'm the only one actually focusing the Razorback. I've got an asset to show you guys for the chat filter as well, which you can actually set them for each individual chat, and they stay until you decide to clear them. So even logging out and back in, your filters will still be there. This is starting to get a little freaking tedious. Alright, let's get this hacked. Yes, well aware that only bursts can damage it. Pretty much just being a distraction. I think we actually got it. Yep, we got it. Alright.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
Why am I still on?
The alarms have triggered a burst up. They brought in reinforcements.
One of the coming changes is actually coming for cosmetics, where your armor and your Sandana can be colored independently from one another, as well as pretty soon you'll be able to launch Captura with a full squad, and each person will actually be in control of their own individual camera, but whoever's the host of the squad is the one who controls the time freeze. I'm not waiting. There's a whole lot of confusion going on amongst my squad right now, so I'm just gonna beat it to extraction.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
Now, one of the other things that they had talked about is, and they briefly mention this every now and then, is the possibility of miniaturized MOA pets. And one of the things that was talked about today is that was brought up again with the possibility of interchangeable parts. So basically, think of like your Kubro and Kavat armor and your Sentinel accessories, but for a pet MOA. And then the only other thing that I really have to talk about are, they went over Harrow's powers and what they do. I don't have anything to show for that, but I can show the in-game model that they have for him. But his first power pretty much will swing this
Breach complete.
ethereal
We're free to
flail,
proceed.
and it will
Target
lock
down.
down enemies,
Assassination
opening
contract
them up for
complete.
headshots,
Great work,
which you actually need in order to scale his other abilities. His second ability buffs and reloads his fire rate at the cost of shields, and the buff strength is determined by the headshots. I believe the headshot part might not be accurate. The third power is the only charge ability that Harrow has, but what it does is you can charge it to determine the energy return, and then when you release it, it leaves behind this little swinging spiritual flail that he has, and yourself and allies within range of this will have that percentage of their energy, well, that much of their energy returned per headshot. And then his fourth ability is a duration-based invulnerability phase that's pretty much all it does. So it's pretty much a fight or flight moment. If you're about to go down, just tap forward, you can avoid the damage, get the safety, drop whatever you need to start getting your health back up, all that stuff. And then as it stands right now, Harrow's passive is double the capacity of any overshields granted. Now keep in mind, these are all placeholder values on everything. Therefore, they are subject to change because this was on the dev build. But that's really all that I have to talk to you guys about today. They showed a lot of gameplay with them, and I really wish I could have shown you guys that. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to link you to the primetime video on, or not primetime, to the Devstream video on YouTube. This way, if you want to see the gameplay for yourself, you can. But if you like this video for whatever reason, smash that like button and subscribe. If you didn't, that's okay. I'm sure there's something in the future that I'll release that you guys will like. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and player.me if you'd like to stay up to date with, or outside of the usual channel updates. And go ahead and check out my Patreon page if you'd like to support the channel and its endeavors. Pledge is only $1. It is not required, but it is appreciated. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.